what they do for our youth. We have to start targeting and gearing, celebrating those journeys. Those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young men. There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get no care package or failure. Get your out here and help these kids. Pay that back forward. You see what I'm saying? That's the reward. I got time, come straight home. If I don't do what they want me to do for them, I'm a sellout. I'm a suck nigga.
Right.
I done did the whole bit with them. I done been to Walmart 100 times, Jay paying and meeting guards, doing all kind of supposed to be doing with you, nigga. But
as soon as you say no one time,
they done forgot about the other 99 times you said yes. You know?
That's the cold thing.
I got a buddy right now, man.
What's up, y'all? It's your man, Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated. I've always been a part of reform. I got brothers right now from my hometown that I'm trying to help come home. They've been in prison forever. I think you guys might have misunderstood what I was saying. I might have said it the wrong way, but what I was trying to say is we don't want to send kids mixed messages about coming home from prison, being celebrated, you know, feeling like you got to go to prison and do 30, 40 years to be celebrated. I think you guys misunderstood that, you know, misunderstood what I said. Wasn't saying that it was wrong to be celebrated, but we don't want to send a message to the kids saying prison is great, that you want to go home, go do 30 years and come home. You know, I don't think that's cool. So I'm sorry if anybody took it the wrong way and got offended. I love my brothers. I've been incarcerated myself. I understand what that is, but I might have said it the wrong way, but I mean well. And I love you, brothers. Free my brothers that's coming home. My man Derek, free all the guys that's coming home, man. And about the food stamp thing. The food stamp thing was misunderstood too. What I was saying is that we need to break the cycle of being on food stamps. There's 3 generations of people that have been on food stamps. Of grandmother, mother, and daughter, that's crazy. We gotta do better. We can't think that we need assistance. I know there's some people out there that need assistance. That's well, fine, and understood. But there's people out there taking advantage of the system that's not good. So just want to apologize if I offended anybody. You know I love y'all, man. And
let's go. Let's talk about slavery, nigga. I don't give how much money you got. I don't give a where you been. We're still on the plantation, brother. You know what I'm saying? And if I see it with $1 billion, guess what? I'm gonna be looking at him from the field like, you know, I want to come in there with you. I want to put an outfit on. I want
you want an outfit?
Right. That's what comes with the privilege that they give black people, that only black people can flex on other black people with, because that's all you can do. Because you can't flex on the mother master, because he gave it to you. And go out there and flex on your people. Because if you flex on me, you're in trouble. And what you got, that's my money. I spend that in taxes. So go be a king to your own people. But don't come over here and act like you're a king to us. And if I catch you biting and snapping back at me, I'm gonna take that from you, embarrass you, and make your people talk about you and turn on you again.
Mike Epps hit the internet to clear the air after folks reacted to the comments he made about people getting celebrated when they come home from the pen, and the whole thing started shaking up the blogs. Different people had different reactions, and the way the clip got chopped up had everybody talking in wild directions. Some blogs only threw out the caption with no full context, while others posted like 15 to 30 seconds of the moment. So it had people forming opinions off tiny pieces instead of the whole situation. Mike stepped in and spoke on it directly, making it clear where he stood and what he actually meant, because he wasn't trying to let the internet twist his tone. I had the link in the description for the full clip from the Artist Podcast by Jim Jones, where you can see the whole conversation, exactly how it went down. Jim been moving strong in this podcast lane for real, dropping quality episodes and keeping the conversation sharp. And when Mike Epps sat down with him, it opened up way more layers than people saw in those tiny clips. There was a lot being discussed, and Mike dug into every angle to make sure people understood his real message. That's why I added that piece in there about the whole playing taste situation, because Mike was dropping real game in the bigger message he was trying to send out. He wasn't just talking to talk, he was trying to break down something that hits deep for a lot of people. And when the prison conversation comes up, it always gets complicated because everybody looks at it from a different angle. And if you don't slow it down and really listen, you'll miss what he meant. Some people hear it and jump straight to, hey bro, why you saying that about people coming home? Let people celebrate them. And I get that completely. For sure, I feel the same way because nobody is out here celebrating the crime. That's not what this is about. And the only reason it turns into this celebrity type moment is because when artists or rappers return home, the public reacts louder than usual. So it feels bigger than what it really is. But the truth is, there's plenty of times when the person coming home ain't famous at all, and their people are just happy to finally see them again after years apart. That's real emotion. Folks be like, man, that's my family. I didn't get to see them. I didn't know what they were dealing with on the inside. So of course people celebrate that moment. It's human, it's normal, and it means something powerful. They getting a second chance, and that's why people celebrate when someone comes home, because it's about survival, not glorifying anything crazy. Hip-hop fans love the music, the talent, the skill set. They're not cheering for the crime like it's some trophy. They're just saying, bro, we glad you made it back. And when you think about it, the only thing next to prison is death, and nobody comes back from that. So yeah, folks show love when someone returns alive. I understand why people ask, are we glorifying violence? But that's not what's happening here. And I also get what Mike Epps was pointing out, especially when you listen deeper to the personal stories he shared. He talked about how some of his friends or people around him acted like everything should be handed to them the moment they got home, like the world owed them something. And he was saying that mindset gets tricky fast. He wasn't trying to confuse anybody. He was trying to highlight the reality. And let's be real, most kids old enough to understand already know prison is not the move, and nobody is promoting it like it's something to chase. We're not celebrating that at all. But yes, in certain situations, the reaction from the streets or the fans can make it look bigger than what it truly is. If you grew up a certain way, you already understand the mindset, so the whole thing makes sense overall. But when the food stamp topic comes in, it gets way deeper because there are so many layers sitting underneath it. One point bro made was that people should always try to get off food stamps when they can, and I hear that. Multiple things can be true at the same time because nobody wants to be stuck living in the system forever, feeling like life is boxed in. When people hear food stamps, they instantly lump it in with government assistance, project homes, and that whole cycle that can drag on from generation to generation. I get what he meant for sure, but let me be real with you. Black people are not the biggest group on government assistance or food stamps. It's everybody, across every race, every background. And because white folks make up the biggest population, naturally more of them receive government assistance than black people. And that's just facts. So yeah, the system itself is real, but the mindset behind it is what he was trying to break down. It's that idea of, I'm not even going to try to better myself or go work. I'll just stay living off the government. And that's where the problem shows up. But if someone genuinely needs the help, they're using it the right way. And if it makes life easier for a moment while they get steady, then that's their choice too. Who am I to tell you not to take advantage of something that helps you survive? I'm just keeping it all the way real. I'm not saying, go out here, don't get a job, don't chase growth, don't try to hit your full potential. And I'm definitely not saying, just live off the government forever and call it a plan. Nobody is pushing that. It's just that the whole topic has layers on top of layers, and you can't look at it from only one angle. But then bro started talking about that plantation type talk, breaking down the bigger system behind entertainment in the billionaire world, and that part hit different. because in that lane, they gotta let you into that club, bro. That's just how it works. You gotta sign their deals, you gotta sit at their business table, and they're the ones handing out the money, which also means they can snatch it right back whenever they want. He wasn't lying at all when he said that. He was basically saying, look, people will go do this and that trying to secure the bag and get close to certain powerful folks. But once you get in that circle, those same folks can take every bit of it away, because at the end of the day, they're the ones sitting at the top watching everything. That's the part a lot of people don't want to admit. You gotta understand that they either buy something from you, partner with you, or let you become part of their system. That's how the game really works. And when they bring you into their program, it basically means, yeah, we giving you this little bit of bread, but it's bread we already own. You're just bringing in more money for them, keeping them in rotation, keeping them in position while they hand you just enough to feel like you're winning. But at any moment, they can take it all away. That money is only there to make you feel like you're powerful and rich while they sit on the real power behind the curtain. You can go start something for your own people, build for your own community, do everything right, but the truth is, they still run the machine from the top, and that's what he was breaking down with emotion. That's why he said, bro, there's poor people in this country, including plenty of white folks struggling hard. You could be pulling up in a foreign whip, Benz, Bentley, Maybach, whatever, and a homeless white man can still look at you like he's above you, even with nothing in his pockets. Why? Because he still feels tied to the people who run the system, like he's part of that top-level group just by identity alone. That's the cold part he was pointing out, and a lot of people didn't catch it because the clips online chopped out the deeper context. And that's the part a lot of folks don't want to face, because once you understand how deep that mindset runs, you start seeing it everywhere. That's why these conversations hit so hard, because they expose how the system keeps people thinking they got power when really they just holding whatever the real bosses allow. And as bro kept breaking it down, you could hear frustration in his voice, like he was tired of people acting blind to what's happening right in front of them. But the wild thing is how all this ties right into the Max B situation too, because look at how fast people twisted the story when he came home. Folks online instantly tried to spin some wild narrative about Max B and Ja Rule getting into a situation at the show, like he was out here moving reckless, fresh out the pen. And that's exactly what Mike was warning about. How the system, the blogs, and even random fans will take a tiny clip and flip it into a whole drama to keep attention on the wrong things. Max wasn't even involved in that moment, and he already had to defend himself after finally getting a second chance at life outside. That's how fast the machine can try to drag someone back into chaos. And just like Mike Epps said in his breakdown, you gotta watch how people push these stories, because sometimes they're really trying to get somebody caught up instead of letting them breathe and move forward. If they don't cut you the check, you're not getting it. That's the truth of how this whole thing works. You gotta come partner with them. You gotta tap into their structure, and everything you do still ends up running through their system. And that's why folks call it what it is, because all of that control falls under a bigger setup that's been built for generations. There are layers on top of layers, and yeah, multiple things can be right at the same time, and multiple things can be wrong at the same time, depending on how you look at it. And when you listen to Mike Epps explaining it, you can understand what he was trying to highlight with that whole conversation. But at the same time, we gotta admit something else too. Our people celebrate everything, not just the negative moments. We celebrate birthdays, we celebrate graduations. We show up when someone tells us, hey bro, pull up, I'm having my college celebration right now. We go crazy for that. And now the middle school and high school graduations got even bigger. Kids pulling up in foreign cars, DJs outside, designers on, blocks shut down. It's a whole movie out there. So yeah, we celebrate everything, always have. We not just out here celebrating failure or mistakes or anything tied to the streets. It's just that those wild stories travel further in the media, because guess who's running the media? Not us. So tell me what you think, because these conversations get real deep and real complicated fast. And before you dip out, make sure you subscribe to Dripzine, share this video, drop a comment, and hit like. And help the algorithm push this story by clicking that hype this video button. It's free for you, but it means everything on my side. Thank you.
Okay, Mike Epps. I ain't gonna lie, when I seen that video saying that,
What about the solar?
I knew it was gonna be taken wrong. Just because, you know, people are living a certain lifestyle and
It's not working.
I would be equivalent to somebody coming out and saying we shouldn't celebrate somebody who's on stage telling jokes. They should go to school. They should go to school and go to college and be bigger and better. We shouldn't celebrate nobody on stage telling jokes. That's clown shit, no? I could be misconstrued as well, you know, so I think you went left, you know, people's lifestyles.
3, 2, 1,
you know,
go!
you can't really speak on people's lifestyles, man. Anybody coming home and did things the right way and kept it solid should definitely be celebrated. But if you can get on stage and tell jokes, no one man has enough power to speak on other lifestyles, you know. However people living, if they keeping it solid to that, I think Mike Epps, I think you should just stay in your place, brother. You shouldn't even speak on that type of lifestyle because you're not living that type of lifestyle. So, like I said, the best way for me to help you understand is a motherfucker coming out and saying, yo, I don't think we should celebrate comedians. They just tell jokes all day.
Be sure to like,
They're very
comment,
uneducated,
and subscribe.
very class clowns. You know, they've been a problem in school, so we shouldn't celebrate them because they're funny. You'll be offended by that, right? So imagine somebody living a lifestyle that comes with jail, prison, and they come home and they should be celebrated because that ultimately what makes them want to be free and do better. So I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, they ain't gonna f that, you know, real they ain't gonna f with that game. I understand your message, brother. You don't want to glorify bullshit. I agree. We shouldn't glorify bullshit. But we should glorify change. We should glorify people staying true to themselves. So, say, not to just keep it about jail shit. Say somebody's living an LGBTQ lifestyle. As long as they stomp down and keeping it real, you should celebrate them. Stay out the closet and they're helping the people that are in the closet come out. We should celebrate them. In 2026, it's so fake right now. We need the truth to be more evident. So, for example, comedians, y'all tell jokes all day. It would be crazy if you couldn't take a joke, right? You wouldn't be true to yourself if you tell jokes, talk about motherfuckers all day, but you can't take it.